Well, good afternoon and welcome to Music at the Mint, right at the Jazz Museum right in downtown New Orleans, and brought to you by the Jazz Foundation of America every Wednesday at 2 o'clock. And we appreciate having a live audience again, and we also appreciate those folks that are helping us stream these episodes. The Offbeat Publications and the Louisiana Music Factory have those presentations on their websites. So today we are so pleased and proud to have Vasti Jackson on. He's a great bassist, great blues man that's traveled the whole world and brought exciting music everywhere for many years. Coming out of Macomb, Mississippi. Yeah, man. And Vasti has really got so many musical awards that we don't have time to go through all of them. But he is a Grammy Award winner and multi-Grammy nominee. So we're so great to have him here today. I want to give you just a moment of time to talk about the Jazz Foundation of America that makes this possible and makes so many things possible for New Orleans musicians and musicians all over the area. They have been helping us out now since Hurricane Katrina and giving our musicians so many different kinds of services, legal services, housing, and gigs like this today. So they're a wonderful support team, and if you have a little extra money, go up on jazzfoundation.org and make a donation to help them do even more for New Orleans musicians, New York musicians, and musicians everywhere. So with that said, I want you to give a rousing round of applause to Vasti Jackson.
It's so good to be back in New Orleans, y'all. And of course, here at the fantastic Jazz Museum. And I appreciate all of you who are here and all of you who are viewing. So guess what? COVID is reducing and we all feel a little freer. Where you at, Josh? That's an original composition entitled I'm Free, because I actually feel free. Driving down from Hattiesburg to New Orleans this morning, such a lovely day. Sun, the humidity is fantastic. Did everybody enjoy Mardi Gras, Fat Tuesday? Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Once again, I'd like to kind of let you know who are the wonderful musicians and artists sharing the stage. We don't want to get too far into things and let that slip our minds. How about a round of applause? Mr. Josh Paxson on the keys on that solo. And we'll be letting you know who else is on stage as we sort of meander along, okay? Mike Bass. Whoa! Thank you. How about it for Mr. Mike Bass Bailey? Yeah, y'all. Well, that song is not an original, but it's such a fun song to play by some friends of mine called Brother Strut from London, England, and I had the privilege of working with them there at Ronnie Scott's, the great jazz club in London, which is, I guess, sort of equivalent to Snug Harbor in New Orleans. And that's one of their songs called Chicago, by the way. So we're not in Chicago, but I like the song. Do you like that song? Yeah. Okay, if you like it, you know, go and stream Brother Strut. It's called Chicago. And once again, Mike Bass Bailey, y'all. So we'd like to kind of delve back into some original music. Can we do that? Yep. All right. And since the breeze was so nice today and the weather so beautiful, I wrote a song called Island Breeze. But I think we're going to change the name today to Bayou Breeze. How about that? Let's get a guitar that looks a little bit more like the Bayou. Play it again, Josh. Alex. Well, thank you. Island Breeze, but today it's Bayou Breeze. You like that? Do you think we should record that and release it? Would you stream it, download it, buy it? Yeah? Okay. Yeah, well, I'm glad you like it. Featuring on the percussion, on the congas. How about it for Mr. Alexis Marti? Yeah. Now, the interesting thing about this gig today, when the Jazz Foundation of America called me about it, I said, oh, yeah, I get a chance to perform some original music. And I've had some great mentors here in New Orleans and worked with people and did many recording sessions here over the years, so I don't want to talk about it too much, but my dear brother, the late, great Henry Butler, yeah, pianist, extraordinaire, virtuoso. Henry and I spent lots of time together, and I produced his game band CD, Homeland, for Basin Street Records. And we had such a wonderful time with Raymond Webber, Nick Daniels, and it was just great. And so, I mean, you can't help but be inspired by Henry, yeah, because he pushes you, you know, and either you can keep up or he just pushes you right off the stage. So Henry's definitely my big brother. And thinking about Henry and just his vast knowledge of all genres of music. But he understood that this thing that we call jazz, J-A-Z-Z, actually comes from this thing called jazz, J''A''S', yeah? You know, because it's been said that it don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing, but all of us down here in New Orleans know it don't mean a thing unless it's got that swing, huh? Because you need the second line beat if you want to move your feet, right? We can't forget that. So having said that, I'm going to do this song. It's a combination of Henry and me. And I'd like to feature, you know, the drums from Congo Square. How about that? Mr. Jamal Baptiste on this one, huh? Can we do that? All right, y'all. So sit back, relax. You know, the Mardi Gras is over, but if you want to start your second line in here, I ain't going to complain. We got enough room, huh? All right. 1, 2, 3. Can you feel that? Well, this song is about the most unique city in the world, the northernmost point of the Caribbean. Some call it the Big Easy, some call it the Big Sleazy. I just call it New Orleans. Where you at, Mike? Oh, yeah. Now, Josh, I want you to be Josh, but give me a few Henryisms. Some Henryisms on this thing. Go on and play it, Josh. Said that second line beat make you wanna move your feet. You know you're gonna sweat in the Louisiana heat. There's a breeze on the Mississippi blowing through the trees, said it cools your soul and puts your mind at ease. The sounds of the Southland where the mockingbirds sing, oh, that's the taste of New Orleans. Yeah, that's the taste of New Orleans. Oh, that's the taste of sweet New Orleans. We got crawfish pie and we got etouffee, good jambalaya and the vukare, red beans and rice and hot gumbo. Yeah, we take you to the motherland down at the Square Congo. Yeah, where the drums do the talking, so they tell you everything. Oh, that's the sound of New Orleans. Oh, now that's the taste of New Orleans. That's the taste of sweet New Orleans. I gotta say it again. I said that's the taste of New Orleans. Come and get you a taste of. Take me to the floor. Josh, play that piano, man. I said, now Giacomo, Giacomo Finane, Giacomo Finane. You say. Oh, you sounded so good. Take me to the floor, y'all. Down in Storyville, you can get your thrill, baby, on Blueberry Hill. We got Zydeco, Caucasian, Dixieland, gospel, jazz, blues, and swing. In New Orleans, I said that's the taste of New Orleans. Oh, that's the taste of sweet New Orleans. So the flavor of New Orleans. Jamal, give him a taste of that second line, New Orleans. Now, Lexi, now you know, man, it wouldn't work. It can't be all that it need to be if you don't give me some cowbell, baby. More cowbell. Put the cowbell on 12. Where you at? Giacomo, Finane. Giacomo, Finane. Ha ha. Giacomo, Finane. Somebody say la va, la va. Thank you. Now, that song, it started off in the studio with Henry called Game Band Strut. And it's just a cool vibe, as only Henry can come up with these ideas. And we don't want to get too academic, but Henry was just a master of rhythm and harmonic structure, and we would have fun with these little chromatic things that he would throw in, you know, based on the blues and the Mixolydian scale. And so, wow. How about a round of applause once again for Mr. Jamal Baptiste. And Josh Paxton with his Henryanisms over there on the blacks and the whites. Oh, yeah. And Alexi, yeah? Marti on the cowbell, putting the cowbell on 12. And on tuba, ladies and gentlemen, just use your imagination. Mike Tuba Bailey on bass. Or should I say Mike Bass Bailey on tuba? I don't know which one. Yeah. I'd love to trade you my hat, man. I like that hat. I don't know what you call it. It ain't quite a top hat. What kind of hat is that, Mike? It's a bass hatter. A bass hatter. All right. All right, y'all. Well, listen, I'm having so much fun. Thank you, New Orleans Jazz Museum, for having me. It's been a long time since I played live in New Orleans. I mean, it's been almost, what, 2 years? Huh? Let me think. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. So you guys, are you enjoying live music more? You getting out? All right. Yeah. We got this thing on the run. I'm not going to even say the word. It's on the run, though, yeah? It's on the run, and we're having fun, yeah? Now, you know I'm from Mississippi, right? If you didn't know, now you know. And so, Mississippi, they like to say, is the birthplace of the blues, which it is. We're not going to debate that. Just like New Orleans is the birthplace of jazz. Do we agree? Are we in agreement? All right. Now, we know it all comes from the motherland. Kemet, Al-Kebalan. You know, of course, we call it in modern language, Africa. Yeah. So I got to go back. You know, we dealt with Henry and the inspiration of Alan Toussaint and Dr. John and Katie Webster. Those were the New Orleans piano masters who took me under their wings and pushed me and inspired me and just, you know, kept feeding me. But now we're going to go back a little further. May we do that? Sure. Okay. So great. I'd like to switch guitars, if I may. Oh, yeah. Since we're in a museum, but this is not a blueseum, huh? And since it is not a blueseum, I'm not going to imitate Muddy Waters. I'm not going to imitate Robert Johnson. You want to know why? Do you want to know why? What? Huh? Because it ain't a blueseum, baby. That's it. You're smart. Yeah. So the thing is, oh Lord, I had a slide somewhere, but you know, we just make it work. Now see, if I was a real old man, I'd have to sit down like Mike. You see, but we ain't gonna do that. Now the thing about it is, when we look at these rhythms and the spirit and the swing, which comes out of the shuffle, you know, and that heartbeat, that's where that comes from. Toot, toot, toot. And the first and the eighth note of the triplet, right? Boom, 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 triplet, yeah? Then boom, toot, coom, toot, coom, toot, coom, yeah? So the first and the third, that's our heartbeat. So that's where the soul of all this music comes from. This is music of life. It's music of life. And the bluesmen and the jazzmen of the day, actually before there were even terms called blues and jazz, what they were the griots and they were the newsmen, yeah? And they told stories with the drums and with the guitars, and if someone had a baby, they'd sing throughout the village. You know, if something happened, it was all put to song. It was all put to song, yeah? So I'd like to call this the ancient future of the blues. How about that? You know, I don't think you're impressed with that title. Maybe I'm confused. This is the ancient future of the blues. Matter of fact, we'll just call it present day blues. How about that? Alrighty, let's see how this thing is gonna go. I was locked down, sheltering at home. Y'all, I was locked down, sheltering at home. You know, I felt so sad being there all alone. Y'all was going on tour to a foreign land. COVID-19 came along, made me change my plan. Y'all, I was locked down, sheltering at home. You know, I felt so sad, y'all, being there all alone. Thought I'd go down to the club and jam with some friends. They said, man, the club is closed till the pandemic ends. Y'all, I was locked down, sheltering at home. You know, I felt so sad being there all alone. So I wrote the song when I was at home quarantining. If somebody don't clap or say something, I'm not gonna change this chord. Thank you, baby. I'm gonna be playing this 5 chord all night. Oh, here we go. See, the thing about rhythm is, since we are not in the modern time and it is the ancient future, there's no more thing called the 12-bar blues. I can play 13 bars, 17 bars. The music follows a story. And see, that's what used to happen in the village. The music played as long as you had something to say. And it didn't have to be in 4/4 time or 6/8 or whatever. So you start with the feeling. You start with that heartbeat. Listen. And something happened that's exciting. It gets your attention, and then you say, back to the heartbeat. Well, I thought I'd go over to the church, hear what the preacher had to say. Man, the sign on the door said the church was closed. Go home and pray. Man, they locked down at the church too. Oh, I got a shelter at home. You know, I felt so sad being there. You know, I felt so sad, I felt so sad, I felt so sad being home all alone. Oh, I had the lockdown blues. Oh. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. I think we all had the lockdown blues, huh? Yeah. We breaking out now, though, y'all. We breaking out. I've been doing my sea moss, yeah, and my turmeric, and 5,000 IUs of vitamin D and any other herb or supplement I could get. You know, I've been praying, yeah. I've been taking baths and eucalyptus oil, frankincense. You know what I mean? Praying to the east, to the west, to the north, and the south. Yahshua, please continue to sustain me. And I almost made it too. Almost 2 years, and I left Italy in December, went to play 2 shows in France. I was going to fly out of Marseille to Milan. So on Christmas Eve, I went to get my COVID test aboard the flight and tested positive. 8 out of 10 shows had to be canceled. I was stuck in a hotel quarantining in Marseille. Could have been a worse place than Marseille. But as soon as I tested negative, I was like, get me back to the USA. And so I almost outran it, but praise God I survived it. It was not, didn't feel like anything more than a cold for me, but praise God. And, you know, God sustain, bless, and comfort those who've been ill with this thing and those who've lost family members and loved ones. So, you know, there are a lot of things going on in the world, but where everybody's dealing with this or have been dealing with it. So, but we are strong, yeah? We are strong. So, you like that? You like that song? Yeah. You like going back to the ancient future? Yeah. All right. Cool. So, I'm going to switch guitars. Can I do that? Yeah. Because listen, when you get a gig like this and it feels like my living room just a little bigger, then we're all family, right? So I'm just going to play with my guitars as I would do in my living room when I was locked down, or even when I'm not. So, and we write songs and we find interesting songs to play. So, guitar, next guitar. Okay. Okay. So a lot of times we do events in places like museums and schools, and it doesn't quite have the vibe of the juke joint or the speakeasy, yeah? But that's all right, we got the spirit, yeah? So what I would like to do, because I don't want to hurt you guys too much, since this guitar's been, this nylon string has been sitting in here in this temperature. Let me check the tuning before we start to play this. Pretty good. Huh. It's not bad. Everything held pretty good except the low E. All right. Perfect. So. So right now we'd like to do something from the Northland, and you know, there's been interesting things when we look at the map and we look at where it's hottest on the earth, and which is near the equator, yeah. And when we think about the aspect of going south, you know, we go so far south, and then we get to Antarctica, which is cold again, yeah? So, I guess I've been thinking about this, and we don't have one North Pole, we have two North Poles. Because if the center is the equator, right, and you go north and it gets cold, and if you go what they call south, it gets cold, right? We got, okay, I'll stop. So we'd like to do this for you. And it's from a guy that I admire so much. I'll tell you about him later. And but I had the privilege of actually going to South Africa again with the Baptiste family. And so we spent time in Soweto and in Johannesburg, and we played the Joy of Jazz Festival there. And so I've been there several times, and it's always good to get back to South Africa, which is actually north. Yeah. South north. Can you feel that? Mike Bass. Give it to me. Josh, take some. Thank you so much, y'all. Alexi Marti on the percussion, y'all. Jamal Baptiste on the drums. Mr. Josh Paxson on the keys. Mike Bass Bailey. I'm Vasti Jackson. And you know what? That's all, y'all. I think we almost ran over a little bit. We love you. Thank you so much, New Orleans Jazz Museum, Jazz Foundation of America. And if you like the music, go online, hit my website, go to my YouTube page, like it, whatever, and tell them you want us to come back. God bless.